let's talk about a big idea, Bitcoin's NVIDIA moment.
Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Chang Feng. For all of you who follow macroeconomics and tech, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a really fascinating question. Is Bitcoin on the verge of having its own NVIDIA moment? And, more importantly, what could that mean for us, for regular people?
So, first off, let's just get our heads around the numbers we're dealing with. NVIDIA recently smashed through a $5 trillion market cap. I mean, that is just an absolutely mind-blowing number, and it really sets the stage for everything we're about to discuss.
Now here's the thing. Everybody is focusing on NVIDIA's dominance in AI, and for good reason. But I believe the overlooked story, the parallel to Bitcoin that almost no one is talking about, well, that's the real key to understanding where value is headed in the future.
To really get this, we have to start with the incredible speed of NVIDIA's growth. We're not just talking about getting bigger. We're talking about moving at the speed of light with this crazy non-stop acceleration.
You've probably heard the saying that the rich get richer, right? Well, there's a deeper principle at play. Resources, whether it's money, talent, or in this case, computing power, they naturally flow to where they can be used most effectively. It's kind of like water flowing downhill to the lowest point. This creates this powerful feedback loop where success brings in more resources, which just fuels even faster growth. And NVIDIA is the perfect example of this in action today.
And this slide just perfectly illustrates that point. I mean, look at this data. It took NVIDIA 399 days to jump from $3 to $4 trillion. But that next trillion, from 4 to 5, just 113 days. It's incredible. The strong don't just get stronger, they get stronger faster.
So let's be really clear here. This is not just luck. It's not a fluke. It's structural. NVIDIA has fundamentally built itself to be a company that doesn't just ride the waves of technology. It's basically designed to capture the future, no matter what that future looks like.
All right, so this all leads us to the central question of the day. Could Bitcoin be on a similar track? Is it following the same kind of path?
Well, let's compare the data. It took NVIDIA 24 years to hit that first trillion-dollar milestone. Bitcoin did it in 15. Then to get from 1 to 2 trillion, NVIDIA did it in a blistering 9 months, while Bitcoin took a bit longer, almost 4 years. So yeah, the timelines are different, but do you see the underlying pattern? It's the same fundamental story of accelerating to a massive scale.
Now, I want to share a quick personal story here. I actually missed the boat on NVIDIA. Yeah, back in 2018, I tried to buy the stock, but honestly, the whole process of converting my money and figuring out the brokerage platform was so clunky and complicated that I gave up. And if I'm being honest, I didn't really have deep conviction in its core logic. That failure, though, it lit a fire in me. It drove me to make sure I deeply understood the fundamentals of Bitcoin so I wouldn't miss the next huge shift just because of some inconvenience.
Okay, so if Bitcoin is on this trajectory, what's going to be the catalyst? What's the spark that could ignite its next phase of supercharged growth? I believe the catalyst is a huge shift in perception. For the last decade or so, buying Bitcoin has been seen as an act of faith, right? A pretty speculative bet. But in the future, putting a small slice of your portfolio into Bitcoin, that's not going to be seen as radical. It's just going to be seen as common sense.
And what's going to drive that massive shift to common sense? It's the institutional wave. We are talking about the biggest money on the planet: sovereign wealth funds, countries' strategic reserves, massive pension funds, banks, and the balance sheets of huge corporations. When these players start moving in, the whole valuation model gets completely rewritten. This isn't a retail game anymore.
Let me put it this way to make it super simple. NVIDIA's market went ballistic because AI finally found its killer app in the real world. Bitcoin's next big leap, that's going to be driven by its establishment as a completely legitimate, globally recognized asset class.
So what does this all mean for us? For you and me? Where do we fit into this potential future?
The way I see it, these two aren't competitors. They're more like two sides of the same coin. They're symmetrical forces that balance each other out. You have NVIDIA, which is centralizing the world's computing power. It's the engine of AI. And at the exact same time, you have Bitcoin, which is decentralizing value.
It's a protocol for freedom that provides a really important counterbalance to all that centralized power.
And this right here is probably the most important takeaway from our entire conversation today. If or when we see Bitcoin reach a market cap of $5 trillion, you have to remember this. That won't just be about its price going up. It will signal a fundamental upgrade to our civilization.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. As these powerful machines, all running on centralized computing, get better and better at understanding our world, are we, at the very same time, being forced to redefine what value itself even means?
If you want to unlock more core insights just like this, make sure to follow my WeChat official account. It's Rongchengfeng Shijin. I'm here to help you upgrade your thinking and get access to that next level of information. Because you have to remember, an information monopoly is a wealth monopoly. Thanks so much for watching.